this. Whew. Hey there.
Hi.
I caught you with the fucking. What are you sipping on there?
Just water. Water.
I got an array of beverages next to me. I kind of just burned my tongue on a little throat coat tea.
That's the fucking worst.
All these
You burned your tongue trying to coat your throat.
Yeah,
that's fucking sucks.
Fucking throat hurts. These Yetis are fucking no joke, dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Keep them shits
I feel like
hot.
I'm eternally fucking just like getting, I don't know, cold symptoms all the time, or maybe it's allergies, maybe, I don't know, it sucks. But like if I do a lot of shit on, say, a few days in a row, a bunch, you know what I mean, like activities, then I always just wake up like feeling like shit. So this weekend was my birthday weekend, right?
Yeah.
And we played that outside show.
Yeah. There's a
but
lot
I don't
to
have a cold.
There's a lot to talk
like...
on the we got. So this is the free show, and then
Yes.
we're gonna do the Patreon after this, which is where all the good shit will be.
Yes.
And you got to pay for that, motherfucker. And we're starting to get, we got a couple buddies fucking hitting that up, and we'll save all the good stories. I mean, for that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we're both pretty rough. We did quite the weekend.
Last minute, so I'm sorry. I'm unshowered. This is day 2. It's my birthday weekend.
Good.
I'm not, you know what I mean? I showered for all the public events. And
everybody, happy birthday to Stevie.
Thank you.
All the listeners.
And what a fucking weekend it was.
Hey,
there's a lot of fun.
On the other side of your microphone, there's
like a dog
sort of hair. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
We were saying, the fuck was that yesterday? I forget. Of course, at my family parties, I had my family birthday party, and my family's just like me, very inappropriate. And we were talking about, I don't know, somebody that we knew that was gross and and like fucking like them finding like what it was there was an old teacher at Newport who was a huge bitch, and
You mean like she was really bitchy, or she was physically huge?
Both.
Oh, okay.
It was perfect word. You know what I mean? Huge bitch is,
Check.
It's a lot of different things. Checks a lot of boxes, right?
Yeah.
So
she checks one big nasty box.
She was a horrible person. She ended up getting fired. I don't want to say her name, but she is your percussionist neighbor. So
with the wait, can I just say one word?
Yeah.
Mullet?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently one of the students, no, she's like a kind of like based, like they, Shrek was based off of what her general thing is, except without all the love and stuff. You know what I mean? So
she's an ogre.
Yeah, she is an ogre. She lives under a fucking bridge or something. And so I guess
I never had her as a teacher, but
I didn't either. I missed that.
If she's a shitty bitch and she's mean to the kids, fuck her.
Well, exactly. But apparently she was a real monster, and like Kaylee's sisters had, like trouble with her, and I missed her completely. So, but anyway, my nephew told me that he knew a kid that like put his pubes or something in like a drink, or maybe it was rumored to or something. I don't know if it actually happened. You know how stories go, especially in high school. But like. So we were joking, like he told that story as, my family and I are eating dinner for my birthday. And I was like, ugh. And then she realizes it's a pube, and then she's like, like puts it back in. And then everybody was laughing. I was like, man, okay, now I kind of know where, my parents are always like, I don't know what, how you say the things that you do when it comes out of your mouth. And I was like, you guys fucking made me, like, it's not my fault. Like,
yeah.
I was born this way. As Lady Gaga so eloquently put it, but not in the sense that, you can say horrible things on the radio. I don't think that's really what she was going for, but that's how I interpret it.
I think I had read that Elton John said Born This Way is the gayest song he's ever heard, which is a compliment.
Yeah, totally.
Yo, shout out Lady Gaga. I watched that A Star Is Born movie with the Bradley Cooper.
Amazing,
dude. That hit me. I mean, look, alcoholic, drug addict, musician who's deeply in love. Like, when he's singing at the end, and I'm just like, dude, I would like, it hit me fucking hard.
Kaylee and I, that was the first movie I think her and I ever went and saw together when we started dating, I think, and she had seen it before, so I didn't know what I was in for. Like, I didn't see any of the other iterations of The Star Is Born.
Right, they did one in the 70s.
I didn't know
with Barbara Streisand and
and there was another one before that too,
in like the 30s.
But, yeah, but the music was so good and the acting was great, and then,
dude, the opening,
the tragedy.
the opening, I was like, this is going to be some sappy fucking, shooting for an Oscar movie, which it did. Didn't she win an Oscar for that?
I think she did, yeah.
But the opening is fucking Bradley Cooper walking on stage, and like behind the amp, he takes his orange bottle out and pops a couple pills, gets on, grabs a beautiful hollow body green guitar, which I love those. Yeah. And they just start the most badass fucking song, and I'm like, yo, this fucking rules. This guy,
dude, he learned how to play guitar for that movie too.
That's great. Shout out Bradley Cooper, man. He's awesome. Yeah. And he is also the reason why I started wearing glasses like this from War Dogs. Because he wore the glasses, and he was. I mean, I think we talked about this. Like when I looked up the, I think it's called like History versus Hollywood or something, like a website where there's a movie about a true story, and it'll compare the two and tell you what Yeah. So it has a whole like thing of the picture of the actor who played the guy, and then the picture of the real guy. And it's going down, and it's Miles Teller and the real guy, and then Jonah Hill and the real guy, and then it's Bradley Cooper, and his character was just a silhouette. And it said no known photograph. And I was like,
no
that
shit.
is fucking badass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, I want to be that guy. And then I was like, there is countless footage of my face. We're doing it right now.
Millions of hours.
I have produced out there and released myself. I could never be a drug runner.
You can't be a recluse, or maybe. I mean, you can be a recluse, but not like a
little reclusive
unknown FBI most wanted type.
Yeah, no, they're going to be like, yeah, there's a poster. He's going to be here. He's on Friday night at 8 o'clock. It says it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back. It's been quite a fucking, fucking odyssey for the past week. So let's go back to last week.
Yeah, sure.
So I was walking downstairs to get a fucking phone charger to charge a fucking phone that I don't even give a shit about. And you know how like when like your house is like dark, like the lights are off, but you still can navigate.
You kind of know where it's around.
You know, the table's there, like all that shit. The basement is usually set up generally in the same way. The studio basement,
Yeah.
So I'm walking. I go to lean forward to grab one of the lights in the ceiling to pull the thing. Yeah. And I had moved one of those Yamaha wedge monitors. Big, if anyone doesn't know, non-musician people, big fucking wooden box, essentially.
Heavy speaker.
Yes. Yeah. Big, heavy-duty fucking wooden box. And I had moved it for whatever the fuck, I don't know. But it was in a place it's never been before. And I tripped on it and banged my knee and just belly flopped onto this fucking monitor.
Oh, God.
And just the corner. I didn't tell you all this. This is why I'm so fucked
I thought
up.
it
I told
happened
you
at
I
a gig.
Fucked up.
You told me
no.
like you fucked up your rib, but not like you on some sort of speaker. But
no,
you also said like a lot of things in that one text. So
yeah, because I spent the after the. All right, let's go through. There was a lot of fucking THC gummies being eaten by Thurman for that week because just to fucking kill the pain, dude. I was like, so I just belly flopped onto this, and it's a wedge. It's not a flat thing. It was like wedged on the ground, so it's like the corner of it. You know what I mean? Just like so, the corner of imagine like a triangular wooden box with metal shit all in it. Just fucking hitting your fucking ribs. And I hit it, and it knocked the wind out of me. And I wish, for all the times of something to not be recorded down here, I wish it was recorded. Because the sound I made must have sounded like, Lee was probably like, there's a bear in the house. Because I just was like, and she comes running downstairs. She's like, what the fuck? And I'm like in the fetal position. I'm just like in my head, there's a rib bone sticking through my lung, like a fucking like ossobuco. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like on the bone, like oh, it's fall off the bone Thurman lung at the barbecue. And dude, it fucking hurt so bad. I was like, yo, I'm gonna fucking die. And by half of me was like, oh, that's awesome. And the other half was like, no, not yet. But it fucked me up. So I was like bedridden on the couch for days. Like every movement hurt. I had fucking like a belt tied to like the bed frame. We got like one of those bed frame things, and I had a belt on it, which like if anyone saw it, it'd be like, ooh, kinky. And I'm like, no, it's so I can get up and be like, ah. And like it fucking destroyed me.
It's the unsexiest thing in the world.
Oh my God, yeah, no, there's no, fuck, man. It still kind of hurts. I got like one of the menthol patches on, but this was last week, and then so this past weekend, I was gigged the fuck up. We had Milky's on Friday night.
Right.
And then we had Saturday, double duty. We did a Foe's birthday party in the back room of the Jug. And then we did Steve's birthday party outside of the Jug.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot that I was signed up for. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to fucking die. But I just chilled and ate some fucking gummies and kind of forgot. I really have no recollection of last week. I'm on like season 9. I started watching Trailer Park Boys again. And I'm like already in season 9. I'm like, damn, how
the
fuck
did that? Yeah. Short episodes, man.
So I was fucked up, but I got some good advice from shout out Andy Hooker, nurse.
Oh yeah,
who,
nurse extraordinaire. He is really good.
Stuff I needed to do that would help. And as he's saying it, he's like, "Don't exacerbate it at all." And I'm just like carrying speakers into the Jug. I'm like, "Fuck." But yeah, so I'm all fucked up, and then we do Friday night. We do Milky's. And we had Nate from Orange Corner and his girl Grace. They have an acoustic duo open for us.
Oh,
and
cool.
They were fucking awesome.
Nice.
And there was this little dude in a leather, like, backwards, like, driver's hat, but, like, jazz hat, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he was fucked up. I thought he was wasted. Everyone else was like, I didn't see him get one drink at all. He's drinking water. He was just fucked up out of his mind. He's watching Nate and Grace do an acoustic set like he's watching Kiss. He's, like, fucking falling and spilling, and I'm like, this motherfucker's going to be a problem. And sure enough, Foes were playing, and we got the whole place jumping. We're playing Jump Around, and we're playing all this shit, and everybody's fucking going. And this dude, of course, falls into my shit, knocks the DJ deck down off of my thing. Loops didn't stop. I didn't stop. I didn't skip a beat. I just kept fucking going. And because I knew we had friends there, shout out Joe McGee for just fucking grabbing this dude and just fucking, everybody's like, get the fuck over there, and you don't come this way again. And like this little fucker was just so fucked up. And then he was dancing a little, and he got a little close again. And I shot him a look, and I made eye contact with him. And like, dude, I can shoot some fucking laser. I can shoot a fucking look. And it was like this dude made eye contact with me, and he just like physically like backed up 10 feet. I was like a Jedi. It was like I looked at him, and he went, and he just backed the fuck up. And then he fell again by one of like the huge speakers that could have fucking killed somebody. And finally, they were just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. But
do they even have like security there, or is it like the bartender just telling them to get the fuck out?
The bartenders are 2 girls, and then there's like this door guy. So
door guy. Well,
okay. Mike, he's the guy. I love that dude, but he ain't gonna fuck it. If it was a big guy, we're all in trouble.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing we had friends there to fucking take care of this fucker, and we just sent him off to go ruin someone else's night, because that's what I was saying on stage. I'm like, what do you think, he went home? He's off fucking up somewhere else. I was like, seriously, look out the window. He's probably next door destroying shit and ruining.
Just hurricane asshole just tearing its way down the fucking street.
Yes. Yeah, fucking little douche. But I whatever. He's like so into the music, but he fucks it up. It's like, don't be that guy. You know what I mean? Don't be that guy.
No, it's happened plenty of times.
Down. Sit the fuck down. So other than that, it was a fucking great show. And then next day, go to the Jug, go in the back room, do a surprise party for Gina. I don't know her last name now because it's not Muno anymore.
Yeah,
she's married. Her husband Christian. We did a party for him.
Oh,
and that was fun.
I feel like an idiot. I thought it was her. I thought it was Melissa's birthday.
No.
Surprise birthday party. So I wished her a happy birthday when I saw her. She was like, it's not for a while, but thanks. I was like, oh, maybe it's just when everybody could get together. I don't know.
Yeah. I picked a weird day for it, I guess.
Future shout out. Happy birthday, Melissa.
Yeah. No, it was her sister's husband's birthday.
Okay.
So we played the party in the back, and that was fun. And then we went outside for Stevie's party, which was quite the fucking soiree, if I say so myself.
Yeah.
So you conceived this whole thing.
So since I've been doing Lala Bass Face on Instagram, thanks to my brother Matt encouraging me to just get out and play, because I don't have a band, and I've been so busy with work and doing shit in our house, and it's just I don't have fucking time, and that's something I've been missing. So Matt encouraged me to play bass, just play covers, and people would love it, and then that's kind of what's happening, which is good, and it gets me playing again and excited. So then a few videos that I released, like, different people musicians would send me messages and be like, like, we have to jam, we have to do this, we have to do that. And I think Smidge was like the last one to be like, yo, dude, we gotta fucking play. I think I played some Michael Jackson song. And so I was driving to work, and he said that, and because he said that, that's why I was like, all right, how about I get it all out in like one shot, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, and I knew my birthday was on a Sunday, but I was like, hopefully there's nothing going on at the Jug on Saturday. But then I text you and I was like, maybe we can do it at your house. I was like, but that's kind of crazy. I was like, the only place that I could get away with. So what happened was
it would have been cool, but it would have been smaller. It wouldn't have been the
exactly.
fucking rager that we needed it to be, which it turned out to be.
And so I was lucky enough that I stole all these musicians from all
Popping
these working
bottles.
bands. And like actually I forgot that you drink those because you were set up next to me on the stage and I thought somebody put champagne there.
Everybody always thinks I'm just like a wino.
But so like every musician for the most part that I sent, you know, like a text like, hey, I'm thinking of this idea. It would be this date. If it does work out, can you please, you know, like if you're interested, like, you know, are you open? Are you free to do it? And everyone for the most part was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So then I talked to Harden, our captain, and then he set it up at the Jug, and him and Mike made sure that the back was like kind of
outside of the Jug
covered.
Where they built the stage. They have the whole thing enclosed, and they have heaters and stuff too.
Yeah, they had heaters.
So cold as motherfucker, but
and then Kaylee worked her fucking ass off. Shout out to Gabe and Stick. Actually, remind me, I have a really funny, actually horrible but funny story involving Stick after this. Okay,
I have a little funny Gabe story too.
Okay. All right, so you remind me about Stick, I'll remind you about Gabe. All right, so they helped her set up like all these decorations and stuff in the pavilion the night before, and Kaylee put together the slideshow, and it was really funny, embarrassing photos.
No, the
and everybody
slideshow was great because it was, I mean, dude, like fucking thousands of fucking pictures, and it was a lot of like, here's Steve. Well, it included pictures that me and you have taken with various celebrities. So it would be like, here's Steve with Jim and Lindsay. Here's Steve with, you know, fucking Pete and whatever the fuck. Here's Steve with it. And then there's me and you and Gustavo Fring.
I know, right?
People are like, whoa, what the fuck?
I know.
And it's like, here's Steve with his brother. Here's a family picture. Then Gilbert Gottfried. And then Ernie Hudson, the Black Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
And so people are just like, who the fuck is it? What the fuck?
And then, I was standing there looking at it with somebody before we even started playing, and because I hadn't seen any of this. And actually, Kaylee and I just watched it yesterday, finally, the whole slideshow, because I was busy running around like a motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, and then, but when I was there at the show, and like before we started playing, I was just looking at it, and it was like, that thing that was like me and like my brother, or my little, you know, I'm a little kid, it was my sister or something, and then all of a sudden there's me and Kendrick Lamar, and I think I was with this dude named JM, and he was like, what the fuck was that? You know? And I was like, well, it was, you know, different.
I was telling
life.
so the fucking, when we went and saw Gilbert at Helium, and after he was like at the, I don't think he was really doing meet and greet. Well, he was signing like headshots. And he was like, why do you want me to put for the name? And you said, write Thurman and Lala. Mm-hmm. And Gilbert looks at you and goes, Thurman and Lala? And like, I'm like, dude, the fucking, one of the most famous voices of all time said the name of our show. I was like, that's fucking awesome. The fucking parrot from Aladdin.
I know,
said
I was
Thurman
just
and Lala.
thinking that.
If we had that recorded, it'd be fucking great. Yeah.
So like it started as, you know, this idea, and then it fucking actually started all these, you know, the gear started moving, and it really worked. And then fucking thank God for Paul Mitro coming in there and not only playing, he's such a good fucking drummer, but like he set up the sound and the lights, and he recorded.
He brought out quite the rig, man. The drums had the plastic around them. Everything was solid. The light.
He had set up all like the stage set up like on his computer beforehand, so he knew exactly what everybody needed, where it was going. Andy texted me, my brother, a few days beforehand. He's like, dude, this is the most professional thing I've ever been a part of ever in my life. And so that's what I kept saying, because people are like, so is this your band, or like what's the deal? What's going to happen? And I was like, well, you know, we're going to just see what happens, and at least it looks professional.
Sort of like a
you know what I mean?
Last Waltz type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like we kind of celebrated the catalog of all the shit we've done over the years. All the different bands
that we've been in, and different songs that we've played, and with all our friends who we've either played with or new people. Like, I never got to jam with, shout out to Smidge. Peter Hewer, you and I got to play with a little bit, but Andy had never played with him, my brother.
Right. So the
Mike
group
from
was
Solar Plexus never fucking barely met that guy before, and then he just showed up and you suggested him. So originally I had asked
you
John
could put
Snell,
Mike down for anything, and he just plays, and he's just
and
amazing.
then it worked out, and every single one on that stage was like, dude, we need to do this again. And I was like, yeah,
because it was a bunch of people who like we've all like 2 or 3 of us had played together, but the group itself had never played together.
Never.
You know what I mean?
So instead of explaining, this has taken 10 minutes to kind of explain what this was. So somebody like asked Paul while he was doing sound while we were playing, and someone was like, instead of explaining the whole fucking confusing backstory of what this is, someone was like, "What's the name of this band?" And Paul just goes, "The Jerk-Offs." The guy's like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "All right, so there we go. The next time we do this, we should be the Jerk-Offs." So a few days before the show, Stick, who I mentioned before, helped Kaylee and decorate. He's a good kid. He wanted one of the posters. Like I was at work and he sent me a picture of one of the posters, like from the bathroom of the Jug or whatever. He's like, I want to take this home. He's like, I have a collection of all the music posters that bands have played in from the whole summer of the Jug, like in his house. I'm like, yeah, but can you wait till Saturday? Because you know what I mean? Just
it needs to be up.
It needs to be up there. And this was like maybe, Wednesday or Thursday. I was like, just please, just wait till Saturday and you can definitely have one.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So I think set break, I ran to the bathroom and I go take a piss, and there was a fucking one of the poster that was hanging in the bathroom originally was folded and put in the garbage can. And I was like, well, I've seen venues like tear down posters that of the same, like when the thing's happening, like they just get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I've also
that was quick.
Gone and taken a leak at the Jug and seen a poster for a faux show that was 2 weeks ago, and it's still up. So
I was just kind of like,
that is odd.
I was like, oh, that's weird. So I took it out of the garbage can, and I saw a stick, and I was like, because I was like, maybe somebody wants this, and I was like, hey man, I found this in the fucking garbage for some reason, but I was like, can you? I was like, do you want this? And he's like, yeah, man, can I take it? I was like, sure, dude, it's yours. He's like, thank you, because he'd wanted it. Yeah. So here you go. Here it is. Me handing it to you. You don't have to take it off the wall. It's already been done for us. So
someone beat us to the punch.
So after the show, I think Paul was like, hey, man, did you see what somebody did to the poster in the bathroom? And I was like, no. And he's like, somebody just wrote the N-word, plural, like on the poster. That's the only thing that's written in Sharpie. It just said, okay. And I was like, what? That's why somebody put it in the garbage can.
And fold it.
So I didn't look at the poster. I just I was like, here, Stick, here's your poster. And I didn't know that. So I didn't know what happened. So I just handed him a poster that he asked for, and it had a fucking racist fucking thing on there. And
dude, I didn't know that.
Take it home,
Jesus
put it on
Christ.
the wall.
Who would do that and why?
I don't know. That's the thing. Even from like
drunk dude or
if
jealous
you were a
motherfucker?
racist and comedian, there's no comedic value. Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't tell that joke at a Klan meeting. Even at a Klan meeting, that wouldn't be
None
funny.
Of us are
you know what I'm
black.
saying? I guess, but that's why it didn't make sense. And who had a marker on them? There wasn't one in the bathroom.
Well, you
so
guys are
just had a
Italian, so if it said spaghetti N-words, it'd make sense.
Right, yeah. But, it didn't make... I don't know. It was very odd, so I should have
fucking bizarre.
Looked at it, and then so I saw Stick after that. He goes, yo, man, what the fuck? I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. He was like, I was so confused why you would give that to me. I was like, here, yeah, I autographed it for you.
That is wacky. Well, like we were saying, there's a poster for the Captain's Jug of Thoughts on the back door of the Jug, and like someone like ripped the 2 corners off the bottom. Like they were gonna rip it down, but it's like all the information's still there. They didn't do any. There's still pictures of us, still the name of the thing, where you can get it. You can still scan the. I don't understand. I don't know. There's no weird shit like that, and I think drunk people just kind of are like, meh.
Or like, I'm out of money, but I need to roll up something. you know what I mean? So just tear a fucking poster there. So yeah, that was really
fucking
odd.
Hilarious.
It's not, the word is not funny. We're not laughing at
Well,
that.
racism
Let's put that
isn't
out there.
funny, but the bizarreness of that whole story and you,
That's what I'm saying.
unbeknownst to you, handing stick.
And I was just so, like, my brain was everywhere and nowhere. Like, I was so scattered, just like, because there's so much going on.
Hectic,
But yeah, I just here's your poster that you asked for. And, like, thank God he didn't, like, hang it up. Like, he went to put it in his car, and, like, car door light, the light turns on, and he's like,
whoa.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
well, hey, stick if you need. I have like tons of fucking other posters from shows and stuff just like laying around my house. They're fucking everywhere because I'll just go print. They're cheap to print, so I'll just print a ton of them and give them out to people and stuff like that. And like I keep a few like on stock. So
yeah, I had a few extra made. You know how we used to get we'd get laminated for us and stuff like that. So I had shout out to Sarah Rhinak for doing coming out of retirement and doing our posters.
She did that poster?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Dude, that's even classic. She used to do our posters.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
it was kind of full circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah. This is like Harry Potter back to Hogwarts.
When I say full circle, I do two different circles. I don't know. I was like, I don't know what that meant.
You do stripper titty tassels. Full circle.
Yeah. So shout out to her. Fucking, who the hell else was there? Everybody. Ryan Henderson.
There's a lot of people there.
Bringing his drum set. He was the house drum kit. And shout out to you because you were dead, essentially. You were not a live human being. It came out musically, but you were hurting so bad. And the difficult part about doing this set was some people, like Smidge already had a gig at like 8, or it ended at 8 in the Falls, and we were supposed to start at 8. So I was like, he's got to be in the second set. Right. You and Andy's sang, and I can't be, I'm a bass player, backup singer. I can't pull this off without all of you guys doing it. I can't just be like, I'm going to play my own solo show. And
that's a massive undertaking to fucking like throw all these people together and know where to put who, where, and when, and all that. You know what I mean?
Who knows like what songs, and then I try to give a general playlist idea of what we can grab from if we have to. Luckily, we trimmed a lot of fat. Because of time, but it really worked out because it just made the set more of a banger, especially the second set.
I think that's always a good thing. I always write like a list that's too long, and then it's like, you feel in the room, like you look down the list and go, what, fuck that, no, it's too slow, too mellow, we need to do this one right now, banger, what I mean? But yeah, everybody killed it, and I mean, fuck, I can't even believe I'm alive. I was like, dude, I was fucked up, and like, played Milky's until fucking 2 a.m. the night before, and then a 2-hour fucking party in the back, and then 3 hours with you guys. Like, dude, if I was like, I said on Instagram, I was like, never fucking question my commitment to Sparkle Motion. I fucking
man, you really you did it, man. And really
I was like leaning over, and I said to somebody, I was like, I think Henderson, I was like, he looked at me, just smiled. He's like, how you feeling, bud? And I'm like, and I'm like, if anyone ever says I'm not a fucking gangster, kick him in the nuts.
The fucking the cool thing too.
But as soon as we start jamming to get into it, you forget all that.
Right.
And then when you pack up and go home, it's always the car ride home where the pain fairy decides to show up. Like, I'm trying to explain to Lee, I'm like, imagine, there's 3 invisible fucking dwarves just like just punching me in the ribs like at all times, and I'm sitting here listening to someone talk about their fucking whatever.
That was tough too, because we've played cold outdoor shows before, but never in this far to the winter. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like,
it was warm, like for the audience and shit.
Yeah.
The stage was cold.
And that was a big turnout too, man. Like I was just
the whole fucking tent was packed.
Yeah, like I didn't know what to expect because I know that there was a lot of other things going on.
Yeah. Well, we had some spillover from the party earlier.
Yeah.
And I kept shouting it out in the back room. I'm like, yo, for all you want to fucking hang out, we're going to be outside jamming all night, So
nice. Oh, thank you.
That kept,
but I know Charlie and Cheryl had their annual, Christmas party. So I was, they were bummed they couldn't make it, but I totally understand. But like it really, and the cool thing that we were supposed to start at 8 and we were just still, there was so much to set up, and Paul, like, was pretty much a one-man operation. Well, people were helping him, but man, the fucking organization and how quick he did that shit. Not only that, but all the lights too and shit. And like
yeah,
the sound, and so it sounded amazing.
Really good. Like that was he really fucking knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. So hopefully we get some good recordings out of there. I know when you have anything that's like a huge improv with people that you haven't played with before and songs that have never been played together, there's going to be some fuck ups, of course.
Oh yeah,
to be expected.
We all look at each other. We don't know what to do.
Like,
but when you have enough people, that's when we were talking about it last night. Like there's times where you're jamming and then the jam like kind of mellows for a minute and you don't really know what to do. But then that's when like sax man or Mike on the keys or somebody just sees like. It's like a hockey. Yeah, it's like a hockey player. Somebody sees the path. They see their shot and they just go boom. And there was times where like we were jamming and it would mellow out. We didn't know what to do, and sax man would just start going, and we'd all be like, "Fuck yeah,
dude!" That don't let me down, man.
Yeah,
in that part, like, because I look over at Peter, and Peter was like, because we were going, and we were like, we could have ended the song there, and it would have been great. And Pete was like. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then fucking Saxy just exploded, man. it was so good, dude. It was so much fun, and like he is another person like myself who hasn't played like a full fucking gig with anybody in a long time, you know. And he's busy doing his thing, and see that's the thing too. We're getting older. Everyone's like jobs kind of get in the way and shit, like you know what I mean. And
he's got a baby. Pete's got
Sax
a baby.
Man?
No,
Saxon
Pete,
doesn't have.
Pete has a baby.
Pete Schreiber,
yes, Pete,
Pete's got a baby. We missed him too, but that was cool that Ryan brought the little octopad thing so we can have multiple drummers. I'm kind of glad that we ended. Well, we that encored with Purple Rain, which was great. Everyone in the fucking place was singing it.
Purple Rain gets motherfuckers going.
I know, and then we were going to do because I had this crazy vision and. Everybody play in memory of Elizabeth Reed, that Allman Brothers song, and I'm kind of glad that we didn't. Like we ran out of time because the jams would have been amazing, but like there was a lot of shit if we haven't.
It's
done it
an
together,
intricate song. There it'd be a little
And then I figured Captain was coming up to be like, "Yo, man, like, all right, you gotta cut it." And then fucking he was like, "One more song," and I was like, "Okay." And then Andy was what do we play? Blister in the Sun.
Yes.
And most people on that stage didn't know, like they know the song. Everyone knows the song, hearing it, but like, you know what I mean? We're just like, here we go. And I remember because like Nick, shout out to Nick Braun, he was up there, and he had practiced. He was the only one that I actually rehearsed with for this show. He came to my house like a week or two before, and we picked the songs that he wanted to do, and then we ran them over or whatever you want to say, and fucking. So then we've done Purple Rain, and he's like, cool. And we're like, all right, we're going to do Blister in the Sun. He's like, I'm like, oh shit, it's in G. And he's like, okay. Just like did it. And we, and people were singing on that one too. Like
well, that's classic. The G-Spot shows would always be like Purple Rain, Blister would all, and it kind of passed into Papa Foxtrot, so there is this thread that goes through the years of all this stuff, and that was quite a nostalgic show.
Yeah,
but also pushing into the future because we have new guys, new crew, new people that we brought down to the Jug that didn't even, a lot of Buffalo people didn't even know the Jug existed. Then they come down, and now that there's a big outdoor stage, they're like, "What the fuck is this shit? This is fucking." And
there was a guy from Toronto, I guess, who had never been to the States before.
Really?
Someone was telling me, and he just happened to come here to the Jug and see us play.
Yeah,
and was like,
way to fucking go 15 feet over the border.
Yeah, right.
You're like, wow,
venturing into a new world.
Like,
but it's cool that he happened to have all the places that you could possibly end up. He ended up
at the most Canadian American place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
there's
nothing but hip on the jukebox all the time, and Molson Canadians going around. I'm like, you're still in Canada. Shut up. But yeah, dude, it was a banger, and I definitely it was a lot of fun, and I don't know, we'll do more shit.
But
I
was dead too.
Oh God.
The next day, because then, my Aunt Patty, she lives in Arizona, but she like came here for the summer, and like she rented a apartment for a few months while she was hanging out, but like right across the street from the Jug. But she had to rent it for a year, so she's back in Arizona because it's fucking cold here. Who the hell wants to hang out here? So it was open, and she like let us stay there. So
nice.
Kaylee stored a lot of the decorations and shit there, like before, and stuff like that. So we were able to just just walk across the street and just
That's
fucking
pretty solid. Yeah,
crash.
right.
Yeah,
for sure.
But it was a lot of fun, man. It was so much fucking fun. But I'm so beaten. Then I had my family party yesterday, which was great. It was fun. And Matt, my brother Matt, is back in town now.
Oh, nice.
He's living here in Abbey.
He wasn't here for the fucking gig though.
Yeah, I know. What an asshole.
Yeah.
I love him to death, but what a selfish prick to not show up to my gig hours after he just drove across the country for an entire week.
Are his ribs intact? I don't want to hear it. Ow, it hurts.
No
You're kind of.
If we do it again, he would
getting all
definitely be a part of
choppy
it.
a little bit. Maybe it's the internet.
I think I'm clipping.
Yeah, no, I don't know. No, I'm saying like the video. Internet's been a little fucking shady lately. You're good now, but we'll see. I don't know. Yeah. I still got these. I'm using like the little patches that are like the mentholy minty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like they're minty. I don't really know what it is. But like I have them like all down my sides. Like there's mad people I'd see. They'd be like, "What's up, bro?" And then they'd be like, "You smoking Newports? Like, did you just brush your teeth? What the fuck is going on? Why do you smell so minty?"
I'm going to send something to you, and I want you to put it on the screen. Should I send it to your email?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lee got a bunch of videos that I haven't looked at on her phone of us jamming, and
awesome,
and
dude. That's the thing. If anybody who's listening to this, Paul recorded the show and through the board. But if anybody who's listening to this or watching this was there, and you have photos or videos, please send them to us.
I'm gonna go through all the stuff Lee has, and I'll send them your way.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Because once again, tale as old as time. We've always said it. Every fucking gig we've played, we'll do a thing, and there'll be 25 phones pointing at us, and then I've never seen a second of any of that footage.
Exactly. Well, thank God for whoever filmed me playing Primus in Lockport in that basement bar 3 a.m. because that's what got me into Annabelle Black.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Some cell phone video that's some
I think we gotta look. There still might be because we were talking about Zeppelin at a couple weeks ago at a gig. And we were talking about, and I was like, dude, we did no quarter at Art Park, like the 3-piece no quarter with no organ and like. We just kind of did our own version, and remember that lady who filmed it and put it on YouTube or some shit on her phone. So it might still exist, I
think it is if you search Mechanico. There's a few songs from Art Park on there, including like a birthday shout out, which was really funny. It's like we're playing this the most the venue that we've always envisioned playing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Grew up going there and going to shows,
and then we're like, shout out to whoever
It was my dad's birthday.
It was your dad's birthday and somebody else's birthday in booth 23 or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. All right, so I sent you this thing, this image. So I watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021.
I watched part of it. I watched Chappelle.
Don't put it up yet. Because I want to get into this. And then,
don't worry about it. I still have to figure out how to do that.
The Chappelle inducting Jay-Z was fucking incredible.
Well, did you? Side note, we were jamming a little bit last night, and the song "Creep" came up. Did you see like when the Foo Fighters played? Did we talk about this already? When the Foo Fighters played at MSG, like when they opened MSG back up. It was like the first, big, fully vaccinated, whatever show. They fucking brought out Dave Chappelle and played Creep, and Chappelle sang it.
Really?
Only kind of like talked it. He Chappelled it. When
like,
you before.
Yeah.
Which email did you send this to?
Sean Thurman, 47 or whatever?
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet.
What? I hope I sent it to you, unless I just sent a fucking email to somebody else. Oh, God. Because that would be really funny.
I don't think it would be in my junk or spam or anything.
All right, hold on. Let me try it again. All right, Sean. All right, so basically, I was watching. How do I compose? Okay, so I was watching the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame documentary, or the induction ceremony, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Christina Aguilera, she did a Tina Turner song. And And she was, she fucking crushed it. She was so good, right?
Yeah, she's great. I'm always ex Tina. I don't care about Brittany.
Eh, well, because Christina was very soulful. And fuck, now I lost the fucking picture. Because now it's all photos of the slideshow. All right, you're going to have to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Just
anyway,
explain
okay,
it.
so Christina Aguilera, right?
Theater of the mind. Explain what you're talking about.
Well, you need to see this image. Okay, so I remembered, no, she was killing it, and I was like, and she's doing this thing for Tina Turner. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about when Christina Aguilera sang at Etta James's funeral, like on the altar, and like had her period. Do you remember that video?
Oh.
Now, they said it was spray tan running down her legs, but I'm pretty sure she had her period, and it was very embarrassing. Then, of course, you know what I did after watching that. What I do is search a celebrity female and nude fappening, right? So I did that, and I forgot about the Maxim, photo shoot that she did years ago. I think I was in like middle school, and I used to have this like picture. It was like her in a thong in a
life-changing.
Yeah, her in like a thong, bikini, like in a swimming pool. Now it's her nice bum, but if you look at just see if you see anything strange around her bum in the Maxim photo shoot.
Aguilera. I fucking loved this bitch.
Me too, man.
Right? And then when she did this photo shoot, and I didn't like when she did the dirty and she got all whatever the fuck. Is it the one where she's got the inner tube around her?
Yes.
And she's showing her butt. There's a couple of them.
Yeah. Yep. That one. I could see it in your glasses.
All right.
Zoom in a little bit, maybe.
Well, yeah, hold on a minute. Let me fucking... Sorry. This is why shows have producers.
If we, made some money off our Patreon, then maybe we can actually have somebody do it.
Yeah. If somebody... All right. So I got this. And it's the worst. It's the most pixelated fucking goddamn fucking picture I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Oh, God. Sorry, guys. This was supposed to go a lot more smoother.
No, I got it. I got it. Properties. Window. Let me find that one. Okay. Hey, there it is. All right. So I'm putting her right over your face.
That's fine. It's better than looking at mine. It's so smoking hot, right?
Yeah.
You notice anything weird around her butt at all?
Kind of, yeah. What's going on there? It does look
like there's some fucking bubbles, some fart bubbles coming out of her fucking... There's no bubbles anywhere else in the water that she's in, and there just happens to be some fucking little fart bubbles.
I'm zooming. I'm making the whole screen just that. So yeah, even if it's pixelated, you can't fucking pixelate that out. Yep, there is definitely, which doesn't change anything for me.
No, it doesn't. But you poke it with your finger and not her butt, the fart bubble.
What was the fucking? We just watched Austin Powers, and when he's in the hot tub and he fucking, how dare you break wind before me? It says, so what was the rhyme? It was
Pardon me for being rude. It was not me. It was my food. It just popped up to say hello. Now it went back down below.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's so good. But then I started thinking, I was like, this poor woman, like, you know what I mean? Like, here, oh my God, she's so hot, and she takes it, and it doesn't, like you said, didn't ruin anything. But I'm like, oh yeah, fart bubbles. And then I forgot about the fart bubble photo, and then her, singing at her like hero's fucking funeral is like one of the greatest honors you could have. And then you have your fucking period. Like at the same time
running down her leg,
yeah, and like, oh man, but you know what? She's crushing it. And I don't know.
There was also, remember when
really
Fergie,
fucking good at this.
Fergie pissed herself on stage, but they were saying it was like sweat or something, but it was just like, really?
It happens.
That's not a good. Oh, so your vagina sweats like 6 quarts of your vagina sweats like a fucking half. That's even worse. Just say it was pee.
Less embarrassing. I'd say, if you piss yourself, it'd be way less embarrassing than saying, I'm sorry, my dick sweats like
fucking half gallon at once.
Someone turned on a tap. Sorry, that's just my balls. Fucking. Oh, dude, what was that? It was some fucking like cover tribute band or something. I think the hell were they? But they were playing some. They played big festivals, and it was like a female lead singer, and she pulled the guy on stage and she pissed all over.
Yeah, that was a big
face.
story like last week, a couple weeks ago. They're like a band that does like hardcore songs, but it's all horns. It's all like trumpets and shit. Like the whole thing's horns. And yeah, she just squatted on this dude's face and pissed on him.
Which is cool,
Very,
but if you were like
very German,
I don't know, at a fucking like if you were a German like punk hardcore band or something, or if you were like Iggy Pop and he pissed on you, that kind of makes sense.
Like Gigi Allen used to do crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like something like that, cut himself and fucking pee on you. Or
this
whatever,
is at a festival with people who are like, this is their first exposure to this band.
And there's children.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's kids. So would you rather go to Pissed On Festival or would you rather go to Astro World?
Pissed On Festival because you live.
Yeah, that's true. I have to tell that really funny story.
Yeah. And then you're the fucking guy who got, you know what I mean? Like that guy seemed to be a very willing participant.
That's true.
You know,
but then when you see the video though, I mean that's a lot of pee, man.
Yeah, she really had to let it go. Fuck, dude. I've been like we were playing in the back room. We're jamming, and I had to fucking take a leak like a motherfucker. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a quick break and run. There's a bathroom back there. Mm-hmm. And I had a guitar pick in my mouth, and I'm peeing, and then like I was like washing my hands, and the pick fell out and landed on the floor, and I was like, bye.
Yeah, that's done.
And I just left it on the sink in there because I was like, I chew on guitar picks constantly, and I'm like, I'm not gonna know which one was the bathroom floor one, and then people are gonna wonder why I have like some crazy disease.
I didn't take a pre-show dump, which is normally like a
ritual.
Well, it's not even like I want to do it. It's just you know what I'm saying. When you get to a gig and like your nerves are a little, you're getting your adrenaline and just everything has to evacuate for some reason. That's you know what I mean. The signature thing that used to happen to me all the time, and it wasn't like I got to like I would take a shit at my house or something beforehand, but then it would always happen like at the gig. You know what I mean? And then I would be embarrassed, like, so do I run into this bathroom, this public bathroom that everyone else is going to be using, and then they're going to see me take a shit, and then be like, and then see me play for, a few hours, and be like, that guy destroyed the bathroom. Like, how funny is that? Yeah. And then, because if that happened to me, and I walked into the bathroom, and I saw the dude who was on stage, just
we got to employ
That's all I would think about.
The goddamn rest of the world, every other country I've been to has fucking down to the floor stalls, like all the way down. You know what I mean? So you can't see shit, especially as a fucking sneakerhead. Dead giveaway.
I took it.
Everyone looks under the thing and goes like, "Oh, there's a pair of Jordan 3s." There's only one guy who's wearing those. You know what I mean?
There was so I was in like I took a shit at work and I was in like the very like first stall, the one that's like next to the urinals, So like I realized that I have like normal shoes. I don't have cool ones like you do. And somebody came in and I was taking if I have to shit at work, like it's a bad.
But you have like a wall of DVDs. You fill that void with other things.
But like I if I have to shit anywhere that's not my house, it's a bad shit. It's right, you know what I mean? It's not an option.
You don't want to do it.
No.
Yeah.
So it was one of those, and nobody was in the bathroom, and it was like like pressure, like explosive shit.
Like a Christina Aguilera Maxim 99.
Christina Aguilera. Fucking so. I realized that so somebody came in and pissed, and I was trying really hard to like not like holding it to not let go. You know what I mean? Because as soon as I do, it was going to be the most embarrassingly loud fart spray shit ever. You know what I mean?
With the echo of the bowl.
Yeah, and then I couldn't do it because the guy was taking the most long piss in the world, and I finally was like, ah! And I was like, because I had been holding it, and so I did it. And then I realized, now I was like, all right, now the stalls have, there's maybe this much of an opening, but I keep my ID badge on my belt clip of my pants. So when my pants are around my ankles and I look, and my ID badge with my face and my name is facing outside. And I was the first one next to the urinals. So they definitely looked, and they definitely saw exactly who I am and what I look like.
That is fucking hilarious. That's so funny. And like I just said, the bowl like
least
the
it's the dude,
bowl echoes the, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I mean? So I'm
And just
thinking
bathrooms in general.
whoever designed the Hollywood Bowl, like the venue, like the
Yeah,
amphitheater,
yeah.
is probably like let a fucking toilet fart go one day and like heard how loud it got and was like,
That is beautiful.
what if we put a big sideways toilet in, and then it's just then like the orchestra, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I think that's how the Hollywood Bowl was created.
Someone's like, man, this place sounds like shit. And he's like, thank you. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
This is fucking. All right, so is this the free one? And then
This is still
go...
the free one for the next 10
All right.
minutes, and then we'll go to the...
All right, next 10 minutes. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, so I hope that you guys are enjoying these free ones and shit, but, we do a whole other episode of worse things. I tend to say good thing you have to pay for it, okay? That's all I'm saying.
There's definitely shit where, like, in your head, you're like, let's keep that one in the VIP
I
section.
know. I think the last episode I did, I said some things that were funnier in my head, and then when it actually came out of my mouth, I was like, that just sounds just awful. Like, that was not.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know what I mean? Like, if you call someone a fag, it's like, hey, just being a fag. You know what I mean? Not like gay, but I think I said like I don't know, the way I said it, it was too forceful. It was like I actually referred to gay people as that word. That's how I felt. And I was like, oh, that didn't feel good after that.
Anyone
up in my
with
head, like I
half
fired
a
it off.
fucking brain who watches
that.
enough of this can understand
I know,
your
but like
personality.
sometimes
and what I mean.
that interpretation doesn't come out. Like, so it's same thing musically. Like, I'll have like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking try this, and then you botch it. Or you know what I mean? You hit the wrong note. Dude, it's playing outside, by the way, like I had to tune sometimes like during the song.
Oh, I
like,
tuned constantly.
It kept going.
It was cold. Yeah, it was cold as fuck.
I remember I hit like
constantly.
a low E, and I was like, that is not what that. And I, you know what I mean? I just tuned it real quick. And I think too in Purple Rain, I was doing like some. You hit like the G or whatever it is, and then there's like a little walk up that the bass does in the studio version, which I finally, because how we used to learn shit in the G Spot Punchers was pretty much listen to it once. When we started actually learning songs, and then we listened to it once and just like, okay, we're inevitably just gonna do it how we do it, so whatever. So when Nick he came over and he wanted to play with us, I was like, oh my god, there's so many other cool little bass quirks to this song, so I was excited to do it, and then on stage, I was doing the walk up, and I was like, this doesn't sound right. And then fucking, I tried it. I was like, maybe am I a half step down or something? And then I hit that. I was like, no, that's not right. And then I realized, like, fuck, I'm out of tune. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so at least everybody was, I think the experience is great. I hope the recordings we get some good shit out of it. I'm sure there are some definitely some good shit.
Yeah, there was definitely when we were doing the fish jams and stuff. And
the jams
really
were cool.
Went off and dude, we killed it. And there's like we're always, of course, the musicians are like, you play for 3 hours and you hit one wrong note that takes half a second. It's over before it even happened and no one noticed, and it keeps you awake for 3 days.
It does.
You're like fuck.
It could have been perfect.
Well, I mean, a lot of that shit was like dusting off, an old dusty file cabinet in my brain of songs that we haven't played in so long, and then you're like, oh yeah, this part.
Well, the cool thing about you is that you were like, who's singing this one? I was like, you? And you're like, all right. You just looked at the lyrics on your phone for a minute. And you're like, all right, let's do it.
Yep.
And then by the time we get to the fucking thing, we don't sing the fucking song.
Close
you know
enough,
what I mean?
Yeah. I've done that a bunch of times. Like foes, like we'll have a Biggie beat going, and then as soon as I get the first like line, I can do the whole song. But if I can't remember that first line, I can't get it started. So the beat's going and everyone's like waiting, and I'm just like, yeah. Hypnotize lyrics. Okay, it's good than your average. Proper twist.
That's
and
funny,
then I could just go, but but hey, fuck it, man. You fucking do what you gotta do.
Forgot. You know how many times I played "Down by the River"?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
the Young song. I forgot the fucking bass line at first. I was like, when the song started, I was like, I don't remember this song. And then Andy started playing I was like, how do we even start this song? What the fuck? You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh yeah, I know how to play this song. But I couldn't think it, like in my head. I was like, I can't even think of how the song even goes. Like I was just so blanked out,
there's just a lot.
Oh
man.
wait, all right. So this is free. This
Well,
is the
okay,
free
this is a
section.
free one. But before we move from down by, I didn't play down by the river. You guys had like other people up for there was like 3 guitar players. I was like, that's enough.
Yeah.
But the lyrics to Down by the River, down by the river, I shot my baby. And I turned to Henderson. I was like, you know, the song's about a real baby? Like, you know, Neil Young shot a baby down by the river.
Nobody talks about it.
No, apparently in Canada, like, you get one. Everyone gets to kill a baby. And I'm like, let's start that. Let's just spread that around. I saw Eva. I was like, hey, just let's start spreading this around. The Down by the River is actually about a baby.
It's a true story.
I shot my baby. That's a Canadian abortion. It's Neil Young fucking goes down by the river and shoots your baby.
Just it's fish food now.
That's the free healthcare get you, man.
All right, so this is free.
Yep.
All right, so let me just say this: people on Instagram, stop answering Instagram questions, okay, about your personal shit. Do you see people doing that about like the fucking they're like, post a picture of your high school graduation, right? And then like
some weird things.
what's your fucking like they're like, what are your pet names? Like, what are all the different names you use for your pets? All that shit is fishing for personal passwords or security questions that you might. Where did you go to high school? Pick up, show us a pic of your first vehicle, and people are just throwing it on there because it's fun. And look at me.
And those
it's
are
my
always
life.
the questions of like when you sign up for a thing.
Exactly.
What was your first pet's
Stop.
name?
If you think it's not you, it is you. I've seen you do it. You watching this right now. You've done this. Stop fucking doing it. I'm trying to help you.
I've seen a few like weird things. I just skip past them. I didn't know that's what that was.
I don't ever watch it. I don't care what you call your dog. I have a million names I call my dog. I did one stupid one, which was like during lockdown when they were like, here's that trivia thing about Steve. And I was like, that'll be fun. And we did it on the show. And then I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck. Like that is like somebody finding what's your favorite movie? Who's your favorite superhero? All this shit.
Yeah.
Very obviously password or security question material.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking idiot. And that's why I got angry at other people. But now it's becoming a thing. And you're showing all these things, where you live, where you grew up, what your fucking mom's maiden name is, all the shit like that, essentially.
You're just handing it over. At least make them work for it. You know what I mean? Like, it make the hackers fucking old school where they really had to roll up their sleeves and fucking do some fucking due diligence. Now you're just like, handing over the answers.
All you got to do is just tap that vanity fucking keg and like it'll never run out.
Well, that's the thing, man. If you went back and you're like, yo, in the future, you're going to have this little device and it's going to scan your face and all the features on your face and it's going to put that in a database. So every camera in the world is going to scan your face and be able to identify you. Everybody's going to go, fuck that. No, never. But now they're like, but it'll give you dog ears. And everyone's like, oh, fun. Yay.
That's so cute.
Yay. And now everyone's
like that.
Does the scanning, like, you know what I mean? You're just kind of like,
make my eyes slightly bigger and some freckles.
Yeah, and the weird Instagram filter they put on girls who are already beautiful, and they put so many weird filters on that they just start to look like weird aliens. And it's like, I know you in real life. You're hot as fuck. Why are you doing this?
You don't need to do this. It's self-conscious, I guess, so they can do the selfie game like everyone else does, I guess. But
it makes it look weird.
Yeah, I think it does too. But, to each their own. But, just stop sharing your fucking personal information.
Yeah.
Just for your own good, okay?
Stop sharing your personal information from the guy who just told a 20-minute shit story about taking
Well, that's luckily, hopefully never.
What you could share is let's fucking get on like some detectives on the case of who wrote the fucking N-word across the poster. Who did that? Some drunken fucking idiot, some jealous motherfucker. I don't know. Seriously. Who? You know what I mean? Because it's not funny.
No, it wasn't. No,
it's funny that you gave it to Stick and then he opened it and was like,
"That's
what the
funny
fuck?"
part.
That's the funny part.
I didn't proofread a fucking thing that I found in the garbage.
Well, because who in the fucking would have made? Well, let me make sure no one wrote the N-word on this.
Right, exactly.
Well, now, in a million years,
that's a thing that I have to worry about all the time now.
So. That is very bizarre. So yeah, if anybody, let's fucking do some fucking detective work and find out who did that.
Yeah. All right? Well, yeah. Whoever did that, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck you. But also, okay, kind of funny.
Yeah, it gave us some material, so thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. The Gabe story was I'm at the bar inside talking to my parents, and like they're about to leave, And my mom, you know my mom, she's fucking the sweetest woman in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And especially after a few drinks and probably a couple bowls with her friends out back, kind of, a little floaty,
Right.
So, we're talking, and she turns around, and the shuffleboard table's there, and she just kind of, slides a puck to the end. And then, we look up, and Gabe's standing at the other end, and she's like, what the fuck? They were, in the middle of a game, and, my mom didn't know. She just was like, oh, whatever. And then they just both started laughing, and, she's like, I'm sorry. I was like, Gabe, this is my mom. This is how you guys meet. And I was like, she just saw the thing and just went, woof, because it was fun. It's fun to play with them. And then I looked up and saw Gabe just, with her arms up like that. It's fucking hilarious. But, yeah.
That's pretty. I've seen that happen too.
Yeah.
In games I've been playing, I think I've actually done that to people too. It's just I don't know what it is. You see the little puck, and you just want to.
Not gonna say either name of parties involved, but I was just talking to a person at a thing, and they were in my ear, all wasted, so it was loud. They thought they were whispering, but whatever. They're we're talking about a relationship that they had with another person years and years ago, and they're like, I'm gonna say something salacious. I think was the word. Maybe she's like. He fingered me at the shuffleboard table at the jug.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm like, look, that ain't well, you know what? We could be talking about two different people because I'm like, that ain't the first time that's fucking happened. It's kind of happened a few times.
Well, yeah, that other one.
But I think
was some fucking guy who just got out of prison.
So fucking funny, man. It was so fucking funny that she figured me at the shuffleboard table. How romantic.
I know, at the jug. Oh, man, romance.
Yeah.
It's not dead.
Well,
all right,
Thurman and Lala, thanks for checking out the free one. We're going to go slide to the Patreon where we tell the real dirty stories.
Yeah.
So sign up at Patreon. Go to thermopolis.com and click the Thurman and Lala stick, the thing that's above my head right now, right there. There's that. Click that. That'll give you all the links for all the shit you need to go do. There's several tiers, I guess. I don't know. We're figuring it out, man. We're just trying to make it fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Trying to do some shit so we can fucking evolve the show a little bit.
I appreciate the
support. And I can pay for my, obviously, probably surgery I'm going to need. All right. So, yeah, Thurman and Lala. For all you cheap fuckers, we'll see you next week. For all you fucking cash money motherfuckers, Patreon.
For you.
Yeah. All right. See you.